What is up? Just my 2 cents. It is Friday evening. The UFC ceremonial weigh-ins for 298 are almost upon us. They start in 11 minutes. I was supposed to start the stream at 7 o'clock, have a little pregame with the boys. Did not work out as planned, so this stream will be more of a formality, but I do want to get my final picks out there and my bets and talk about the fights for a couple minutes before the ceremonial weigh-ins start. I did get a chance to watch the weigh-ins, the official weigh-ins, and they were interesting. I thought a lot of the fighters looked like shit, so I'm really curious to see who has rehydrated the best. But yeah, I thought there were a lot of fighters that were looking pretty rough. It was, 9 o'clock in the morning in California. It's taking place at Anaheim, so yeah. I'd say at least half of the fighters were kind of looking either sucked out or tired or low energy. But again, that's kind of to be expected. But just for the record, this is who I thought was looking good or looking bad. I'd say the worst was probably Amanda Lemos. Andrea Lee looked pretty bad too. Volk always looks rough. You can make a really good case for Volk being the worst looking, but Amanda Lemos looked really bad to me. But there were some fighters that looked pretty good. Ilya looked pretty sharp. Brinchin Hibero, he had pretty good energy. I would probably say Miranda Maverick or Ian Machado were probably looking the least rough. But again, everyone's going to look a lot better. Everyone's been rehydrating and resting and eating, so this should be a lot different of a stare down than it would have been if they did it this morning, like a normal fight night card. I mean, but just for the record, that's who I think looks good and bad. I normally have burning questions for the chat, but it's 10 minutes before this thing starts. Ain't nobody can show up to this thing anyway. So, and I wouldn't blame you. This was supposed to start an hour ago, and yeah, your boy is all out of sorts. But I do want to get this out there for the record. So, we got 9 minutes, so that's just enough time to release my final slate. For the record, these are going to be my bets for the card. And this is all I'm going to bet. But I feel pretty good about it. I'm only risking a unit. Going pretty light for a pay-per-view. But I have 4 wagers. Now, shout out to the boys at Pub. Make sure y'all go download the latest episode of the Locker Room Talk podcast on Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, etc. Every card or most cards make a parlay with the boys, the Pub Podcast parlay. And my version of it this week was going to include Marcos Rogerio de Lima. He is still fighting. He's fighting Justin Tafa's brother, Junior Tafa. So that he is still on the card, but that leg got voided. And I probably am still going to pick him, but the late notice, man, I just don't like that. I'm not going to put him in the parlay, but I did cash out on that. And yeah, my new version is going to be this. I'm putting Miranda Maverick in there. The more I think about it, she is the better fighter. She's the younger fighter. I think she's got grappling upside. I think she's going to have her way with Andrea Lee in the clinch. And when it comes to the grappling exchanges, she doesn't have very good takedown defense. And Miranda Strong, I think she's getting better. I think she's a black belt now, and I think she should take care of Andrea Lee. So that's going to be the first leg. I still feel pretty good about Fluffy and Ian Machado Gary, but that is going to be my version of the Locker Room Talk podcast parlay. Download that anywhere you can. And shout out to the boys pub. Also, shout out to my dude, Aaron the dog, Aaron the puppy, what have you. Make sure you go subscribe to my dude's channel, Aaron the dog, MMA movie trivia, and check out his latest UFC breakdown stream, UFC 298 breakdown. Took place this past Wednesday with Aaron, myself, and the MMA line mover, the Jewish better, that dude. So shout out to both of them. Aaron makes a parlay every card, known as the Zhang Li parlay. Shout out to the legendary Zhang Li. This is the Zhang Li for 298, and I am tailing it as usual, per usual. This is the Zhang Li. Let's fucking go. Now, my wagers are not many. I have two underdogs, Val Woodburn and Paolo Goat. Hashtag secret juice. This is my greasy little slate. What's up, boys? See a couple people in the chat. What's up, player? I believe that he is too. Shout out to you, though, my dude. Hope your Friday evening is going well. This isn't going to be a long stream. The ceremonial weigh-in starting like 5 minutes, and then, yeah, I'm just going to give my picks, and we can talk for a few minutes if you want to, and then I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. Everybody's trying to enjoy their Friday night, and I am no exception. But yeah, man, that's my slate. Now, I will put up the legal disclaimer. This is just for entertainment. I'm not telling anyone to bet this. This is just what I'm betting. Take heed and know that. But UFC 298 is almost upon us. The ceremonial weigh-ins are even more almost upon us. 5 minutes out. Your boy is just barely treading water. But I think that this gentleman right here and this gentleman right here are going to get your boy in a better place. I think that Paulo Costa, Paulo Goat, the CEO of Secret Juice, I think he's going to club and sub Robert Whittaker. I've been saying that for most of the week, and I really believe that. Whittaker is saying that he's coming for blood. He's going to knock him out. He's all fired up, and I think that plays right into the hands of Bohachinia. He's a talented Mollux, dude. He's a talented fucking lummox. He hits hard. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got solid cardio. I mean, he does have solid cardio, but he has solid grappling, pretty good cardio for a muscle-bound galoot like that. And yeah, I think he's a better fighter than people give him credit for. I think people are dogging him because of that last win. I know he didn't look great in it. Yeah, he should have finished Rockhold probably. He was probably playing with his food. He probably didn't expect to, like, gas that bad. I mean, he knew it was at elevation, but I'm sure once he started feeling it, it was a whole different story. And yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. What can you say? But that's what a lot of people's read on this fight is, oh, well, he couldn't finish Rockhold. He's not going to finish Whittaker. Whittaker's way more skilled. Whittaker is more skilled. He's more technical on the feet. He has better footwork for sure. He's way more fleet of foot. But, man, like, he's 33. There's only so many times. Like, Whittaker's had a few, like, iterations of his career or, like, chapters of his career, if you will. And he'll put a really nice win streak together, then get stopped in his tracks, usually pretty brutally. Then he'll recollect himself, put another streak back together, get stopped in his tracks. That's happened a couple of times. And for the past, 6-7 years, a lot of people's mentality when they think about the middleweight division is that it's Adesanya and Whittaker and then everyone else. And that is just not true anymore, dude. Robert Whittaker is no longer the clear second best middleweight. The belt has changed hands 2 or 3 times since Whittaker had it, and it ain't gone back to him 1 fucking time. So yeah, he's a legit top middleweight, but it's no longer just Adesanya and him and then everybody else. Paulo Costa, there is not that big of a skill gap, or as much of people are trying to, or as much of one as people are trying to make. Some people. I think he's a more dangerous fighter. He's younger. No USADA. Secret juice. Way less damage. Didn't neither one of them look good on the scale. I thought Whittaker kind of looked like shit. When I first saw it, he looked good. His physique looked good. But when I saw them interview him, man, he was looking and sounding sucked out. And I think it's gonna go bad for him, dude. Especially if he tries to be all aggressive and like, oh, I'm gonna knock him out. Like, please do. Please fucking try and do that. So yeah, give me Paulo Costa and give me Paulo Costa and give me Val Woodburn too. Yeah. Oban Elliott got his account suspended. And I hope that Jack Shore's father got his fucking account suspended too for pulling that little stunt. So yeah. That was pretty corny. Oban Elliott looked good though. Val Woodburn had no problem making the weight. He looked like shit, and he looked like he didn't want to be there, but he's also like Costa, he's a fucking muscle-bound ass dude. So, it is what it is. But he made the weight. No problem. 169.5 actually. So fucking suck that, haters. And I think Oban Elliott has a really dodgy chin. He almost got knocked out by Cake Burrito. I think he's gonna get fucking knocked out here, dude. And I think Woodburn could out-grapple him too. He got badly out-grappled by Figlak, who's a fucking Euro trash grappler. So I think Woodburn has got finishing potential and he's a big muscle-bound dude, and it looks like he doesn't have incredible cardio, but he's gone to decision before. Elliott gasses like a motherfucker too. He's someone that he starts grappling and he gets really tired. So Oban Elliott is kind of a fraud to me, dude. And I think that Val Woodburn's going to expose him because he ain't no fucking Bo Nickel. Not even close. But let's see. UFC 298 ceremonial weigh-in. Yeah, fair enough. But one guy is chalk and one guy is plus 250, Woodburn probably isn't UFC level. If you extrapolate that out and you project that out, no, it's probably not. But Oban's not. But yeah, ceremonial weigh-ins are starting. This is really just going to be a formality. This is my picks. Those are my bets. I think I covered everything. Yep. So yeah, man. Shout out to Aaron the dog. Shout out to the boys at Pub. Shout out to the fucking Dome, man. Shout out and salute to the Dome. The only person that's come up in this chat so far to talk to me has been a member of the greatest group chat in the world. Shout and salute to them. Hope y'all have a good weekend, boys. All right, this thing's about to start, man. Got this commercial for UFC 4, UFC 5, whatever. I'm sorry, man. No offense to people that like those games, but I think they all look like shit. I think they all look terrible. They're just I don't get it. If you're just so obsessed with UFC, you have to be doing something UFC related at all times and you game. I guess I can understand it, but I think that I don't know. I don't get that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's got a mouthpiece and he's got a personality. So if he does win, like you'll get you'll get a little soundbite out of him. But I don't know, man. He's got a really dodgy chin. The motherfucker Aaron said this on Wednesday. He does not move his head. And that is what the fucking tape showed me. And that's why I'm picking Woodburn. Woodburn hits hard. He's got good takedowns. He's got nasty ground and pound. I think he could GMP TKO Oban, just straight up spark him out on the feet. I think he can win a decision. Again, I've seen Oban gas out too, man. And Woodburn's gone to decision before and won. So yeah, give me Woodburn at fucking plus 250. I think that's way closer to a pick 'em fight. And this Oban Elliott is not no fucking Bo Nickel, man. That's insane if people think that. He's not even close. Yeah, we got the stare downs coming up. I got some fucking Gelinade in the bubbler. So things could definitely be worse, man. I hope you all have a great weekend. Like I said before, subscribe to Aaron the Dog. Subscribe to Pub Sports Radio. Sign up for the contest. Free and easy to sign up, but you got to have good picks to win. I've only won it 3 times. No big deal. Going for number 4. Download the Pub podcast. That's MMA locker room. Excuse me. Locker room talk. I've been mistakenly calling it MMA locker room talk, which is fucking embarrassing. I'm on the fucking podcast. I don't even know the proper name of it. Locker room talk is the name of the podcast. Download it anywhere. And I do have a plant my flag fighter. Take a wild guess who it is, but I'll be putting that tweet out when this stream is over. So yeah, shout out to my dude Big Show Picks for putting those clips together every week, and shout out to Mills, Billy, and everyone that takes part in that and listens to it. But here we go, man. Sunny California, Anaheim, going down in the Honda Center, I believe. So, what do you think, Noah? Perhaps. Okay, exactly, perhaps. I'm telling you, dude, he's getting the biggest win of his career. He's going to club and sub Whitaker. He's going to cut the best promo of the night. It's going to be fucking good times. And your boy will be in the green. All right, here we go. UFC 298 stare downs. The fighters are rehydrated. They are more rested. They've eaten. They're going to look healthier. Here comes Miranda Maverick. Taddy's blasting. Got the fucking cowboy hat on and the fucking aviators. Looking like she's ready to rock. That's what I like to see, man. She's fucking ready to go. And here comes her opponent, KGB Lee, rocking the cowgirl hat as well. A couple cowgirls up there. Shush. Hell. Yeah, Maverick versus Lee. I got the Maverick. I think she's way bigger, way stronger. Well, not way bigger, but she's way stronger. She's way thicker, is what I mean to say. All right, so we got Elliott versus Woodburn. Again, I have Val Woodburn. I'm really interested to see how they size up. Of course, I don't have these fucking... I don't get shit ready for this fucking stream. They can't all be bangers, but I will have them up. Yeah, man. Give me Woodburn plus 250. I think he's going to finish Oban Elliott and steal all of his. I mean, what kind of fucking like hype does this dude have? He's a 7-2 Cage Warriors guy that went tooth and nail with Cake Burrito. He was lucky to not get finished in the second round, man. I can't really see how much he's been able to improve. He's the same kind. I mean, look at that dude. He's a fucking clown, man. Smoke this dude, Woodburn. All right, there you go. Respectful stare down. A little disappointed, honestly, as I was respecting a little something more, something more spicy, but whatever. All right, so we got Danny Barlow and Josh Quinlan. No, I got to be honest with you, boys. I'd rather quit you than shit you. God damn it. Danny Barlow is in the Zhang Li. So I'm rooting for Danny Barlow. But my pick is Josh Quinlan. I would just be lying to you if I said that I was going to pick Danny Barlow. I just have a feeling that Quinlan, neither one of them have fought anybody. But Quinlan is the one that's had 2 UFC fights. I think that Trey Waters is like a little bit better than Danny Barlow. He's a little more tested. And I think Quinlan's being underestimated here. I think he's got heavy leg kicks, dude. And I think that's for a dude that's got a bladed karate stance like Barlow. I don't know, man. Quinlan's heavy-handed too. So we're going to see, man. I think this is the first like real adversity that either of them have faced. And I think that, I don't know, man. Barlow just kind of seems like the M word. I don't even want to say it. But he just kind of, everyone just seems to be all in his fucking nuts. And he's just untested, dude. Raheem Forrest ain't shit. I mean, I'm not saying Quinlan's a world beater, but yeah, I got to go with Quinlan here. But I'll be rooting for Barlow. I hope he wins. I hope I'm wrong there because I definitely want that fucking Zhang Li to cash. But yeah, that's my pick. All right, next fight. I got the underdog here too, man. This is Ming Yang Zhang, Zhang Ming Yang, whichever one comes first, versus Brangeson Ribeiro. And I'm going with Ribeiro. Neither one of them have good chins, but I think he's fought a little bit higher level of a competition, and they're both kind of glass cannons. And yeah, I think Ribeiro could be the better grappler too. So we'll see what happens, man. I definitely am not going to bet this, but yeah, Ribeiro's still a slight underdog. It was something I was considering. I wish the odds were a little bit, but yeah, man, Brinjenson's a big dude. I thought that Zhang was going to be bigger, but if anything, Brinjenson's a little bit taller. I think it's going to be interesting, man. I think one of the dudes is going to sleep. I think it's going to be Zhang. This is the most intense stare down so far. They got to be separated. I like it. Let's fucking go. All right. Carlos Vera versus Rinya Nakamura. I mean, dude, who isn't picking Rinya Nakamura? This is not the spot to try and be the contrarian. It's just not, man. Even if you're sick of people being on Nakamura's nutsack, if you're sick of people just like slurping Rinya all the time, I get that. And I get wanting to fade a dude that everyone is fucking on. I guess it's kind of like Barlow and Quinlan. Like, I literally think Quinlan is going to win, though. But with this one, dude, Vera ain't going to win. This is one where it's a setup. This is a pay-per-view. There's going to be more casual eyes on it than there are on fight night cards. You know, people are going to be having like watch parties and shit. Oh, do you got to watch the prelims, bro? Oh, who's this Japanese dude? Smokes the guy. You know, it's that kind of thing. That's what Vera's being brought in here for. I wouldn't say he's complete trash. He's got a pretty decent record, but he's a grappling dude that gets out grappled. So I don't think Rennie's going to get knocked out, and I don't think he's going to be the one. Like, Brad Katona was ragdolling this dude. Renia is going to toss him around, do whatever he wants, and probably choke him. He might knock him out, though. with GMP. Like, Renya's pretty heavy-handed. He could starch him on the feet. Like, I don't know, man. This is such a fucking setup for Renya. It's not funny. But yeah, got Renya here. Yeah, why would you fucking play the money line? Inside the distance for Renya is like minus 175. That's what's going to happen. All right, now this is probably the biggest, I don't know if it's a question mark, but it's like it adds a little bit of an unknown factor to it. DeLima is facing not Justin Taffa, but Junior Taffa. I still got DeLima. That leg of my parlay got voided, so I just cashed out on the parlay and rebet it with Maverick. I don't know, man. Junior's a little bit younger. He's a little bit more spry. And I think he's a little bit more of a knockout threat at this point than Justin is. He's a little less, there's a little less fatness. So I still think DeLima wins. I still think he takes Taffa down and chokes him. But for some reason, it feels a little bit hairier. And I'm just being a little more of a pussy about it. And I'm just going to not touch it. But yeah, I still got DeLima. I still think he's a better fighter. And yeah. Taffa's a big dude, though. He's taller. I think the other Taffa was going to be shorter. Less stature, less fleet of foot. And I just, yeah. So yeah, I like that a little bit less now for DeLima, but I still think he gets it done. Now, Amanda Lemos versus Little Miss takes her fucking sweet ass time, makes everybody wait. That disappearing ass. Now you see it. Now you don't. You think she got a booty. Wait, what's that? It just disappeared around the corner. Yeah, I know. It's a fucking optical illusion, brother. Trust me. Your boy knows a female booty. Your boy knows some booty cheeks. She's got hips, man. Mackenzie's got hips, but it's like, and she got real nice legs. And she doesn't have a terrible ass, but it's an illusion. So she took her sweet time, and she didn't look good, but I thought Lemos looked the absolute worst, but she did weigh in first. So you tell me. I like Lemos here, but I'm not betting this dude. I do think she wins. I think she's going to put hands on Mackenzie Dern. Lemos, a little bit taller. She looks way better than she did this morning. She'll look even better tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know, man. If Mackenzie can drag it to the floor, like, she's a better grappler for sure. She can probably choke her, but her takedowns fucking kind of suck a dick, and I think she's just going to be getting tuned up on the feet. So, yeah, Lemos is going to be the pick. Now, I've seen quite a few people that I respect on Kopylov. And I've seen a lot of people on Hernandez too. So I think this is I don't know, man. I don't want to say this is the like battleground fight, but I've definitely seen people on both sides. I think it's for good reason too. I think this is a good fight. I think these are both dudes that are kind of at the same like point in their careers or their trajectories or whatever, where it's like, okay, let's see what we really got here. This dude has some good wins. Kopilov's putting a streak together. If he beats Fluffy, that'll be a 5-fight win streak. But Fluffy is clearly the toughest dude on that streak. Like, this is a big step up from Josh Friend. So, yeah, man, I got Fluffy here. I think he's a better grappler. I think he's going to do what he's been doing. And he's been on a nice little win streak too. And I just think that he's a fighter that you can trust to stick to the script. He's going to do what he does. He's not going to fucking switch the game plan up. He's going to stick to his game plan. And I think he melts Kopylov, chokes him. But yeah, here we go. Merab and Cejudo. I'm rooting for Cejudo, man. I want Cejudo to win. I've done a big 180 on Triple Cringe. And I'm actually like, I'm not going to say I'm a stan, but I'm a fan of Cejudo. I do not like Marab, but he is a fucking rat. He's going to sink his little fucking rat claws into Henry, and he's not going to let go. He's just going to be in his face the whole fight with his 30% power strikes and then just 75 takedown attempts. There's no USADA. He is the CEO of VPO. He didn't look good this morning, but man, he looks so much healthier now. He's just going to. This is going to be like a fucking 49-46 Marab. It's going to be really fucking lame, but he's going to win. And if he doesn't, that's awesome. But I'm not gonna get emotional about this one and bet Cejudo. I really want to. This is the most tempting bet for me. Cejudo is an underdog, but all the rumors about the injuries, and even before that, dude, I was on Marab. I don't like this motherfucker, but I think he wins. And I don't like that everyone fucking. He's doing the Colby thing, man. He's getting these fucking like prostitutes to like hang on him, and everyone thinks he's a fucking pimp, dude. He is the definition of a simp. He's Aljo's cuck. Everyone's dude, Marab's the man. What? Because he's fucking like throwing money around to these fucking street whores. Like, what are you talking about? Anyways, man. Yeah, that's fucking Colby Jr. Yeah, he's gonna win though. Speaking of cucks, this is probably the cuck master, Ian Machado Gary. But again, I don't like Gary. I think he's a good fighter though, and I think this is kind of not like it is kind of a setup. And that's not even saying that Neil sucks, but I think it's set up for Gary to get a win against a good name. Like Jeff Neal is a respected, legit welterweight fighter. And this will be the best win of his career. So in that way, it's a setup. Not like, oh, dude, he's gonna crush Neal. Like, I think Jeff Neal's probably gonna have some success. I think he buzzes Gary, and I think it kind of looks like a combination of the Song Kanan and Rodriguez fight. Like, I think he might head kick him. But the long range striking, the counter striking, the timing, the speed, I think is gonna be too much for Neal. So yeah, a one where I'm kind of rooting for Jeff Neal, but I think Gary gets it done. And what am I talking about? I'm rooting for Gary, man. I not because I like him as a person, but I need that locker room talk podcast parlay to cash. So yeah, let's fucking go. Ian the Cuck Gary, Cuck Jeff Neal. Like shit, Cucks roll downhill. So now enough of that. Let's get down to the fucking nitty gritty. Let's get to the co-main event. Y'all know what time it is. Palo Goat. I bet Palo on Sunday. The odds weren't as good. I cashed out. I rebet at plus 205. And I've been feeling better and better about it as the week's gone on. I've seen more and more people. Again, people that are good predictors and cappers talking about Costa being live. Still a bunch of people on Whitaker, but it just seems like one of those where even like the people that are on Whitaker aren't really like betting it. They're just like, I'm going to pick Whitaker. I think he's more skilled, but Costa is live. Well, no shit, he's live. Look at that motherfucker. There's no USADA anymore. Costa's had time off. He's been training. He's younger, more durable, hits harder, better jiu-jitsu. I think he's a better grappler, man. I think Whitaker has overrated wrestling. He's not very accurate with his takedowns. And I think if he tries to grapple with Costa, it's going to be a mistake. I think he is going to try and stand and bang with him. I think he's going to get buzzed on the feet and choked. Come for blood, Rob. Please do. Yeah, man. Costa's fucking huge. He's going to smoke him. All right, that brings us to the main event, gents. What's up, General? Shout out to the homie, the General, Alex Ramirez. Shout out to the fucking Dome. Cheers, boys. Little Gelinade in the bubbler. I hope y'all are enjoying your Friday evening. This isn't going to be a long stream, but yeah, man. 298 on the horizon. I'm pretty excited about it, man. I think this is a pretty good card. There's not many fights, but the ones that are there, I'm interested in. Even the ones that aren't very high level, I think, there's some prospects that we get to learn some things about. And yeah, overall, even the prelims, not amazing, but with a good main card, I give it a B overall. The lead up's been entertaining. There's some heels. There's been some great gimmicks. Like, dude, let me say this. I love the fucking old man Volk thing. And while we're talking, this is a perfect time to talk about it too, man. Volkanovski is someone that, like, as a Holloway stan, I was forced to respect him. Like, I'm still a salty boy. I still think Max won the second fight, but because Salt never dies. But the third fight, Volk beat the shit out of him. He showed that he was the better fighter between him and Max. And that was a tough truth, but it's something I just had to admit to myself to be able to move forward with my life. So, yeah, Volk is the featherweight GOAT. And yeah, I think it is kind of crazy that just 1 year later, people are like, nah, the dude's done. Islam would fucking destroy Ilya. Ilya's a really good fighter. But Volk is not fucking Josh Emmett, man. I love Josh Emmett. I think Josh Emmett has one of my favorite walkout songs ever. And I've always rooted for that dude as a fighter. I love Josh Emmett as a fighter. But he ain't Volk, man. Volk is just way smarter of a fighter. And I think Ilya can win too. That's why I'm not betting Volkanovski. But I gotta pick him, man. I know that there's a chance Ilya can win, and there's certainly a good argument to make, right? He's undefeated. He's a younger fighter. The confidence is through the roof. It could be false confidence, though. He could be pumping his own head up a little bit, man. I don't know, dude. I thought Volk handled the mental. We're talking like mental warfare and psychological, like, all that shit. Volk had that in spades and definitely won that battle. But he did get knocked out not that long ago. He is getting older. He has taken a lot of damage. He's been knocked out a couple times in his career. He's been dropped over a half a dozen times. So Ilya could hurt him. And I think Ilya probably will hurt him at some point in the fight. But I think, what Volkanovski does have is like good recoverability for the most part, sans a fucking head kick from Islam. Jesus Christ. What are we talking about? Islam, the champion. But yeah, I think Ilya's a really good fighter. I think Volk's just a little bit better. He's way more seasoned and experienced in a 5-round fight. And I think Ilya is going to be all fired up. I think he's going to hurt Volk early, and I think he's going to fade late, and Volkanovski's going to finish him. So that's my pick. Got to go with old man Volk, baby boy. Got to. The champ is here. Come on, Volk, dude. Cement your fucking legacy. This is your fucking Clubber Lang. This is the young fucking go hard. He looks ready to go, man. One thing you're not going to do is intimidate Volkanovski. He's gone through that too many times, man. He's gone through the big pressure cooker moments too many times. So it's really going to be if Ilya is the better fighter. I think that one day he will be, and he will probably end up being champion, but I just don't think it's right now. I think Volkanovski will probably either retire in the next like year or two or start to take a slide and get his belt taken, or he'll try to go up to 155 and it won't work out. But I more often than not see Volk retiring in the next couple years. But Ilya's only 26, man. He's going to keep getting better, and he probably will end up being champion. But I think Volk is just going to be a little bit too much for him right now. But we'll see. I'm not betting it. And I mean, Ilya's a super duper fucking live underdog. Dern isn't bad at all, but it's just crazy how people like, dude. I mean, she's not like ugly. I've definitely betted worse, but like, definitely been with hotter girls too, man. Like, she's like not that hot in the face. Like, she's got a good body, but she has an overrated booty, and yeah, just is what it is. Yeah, I think Fluffy's a better fighter. Kopylov does. I mean, I will say this: Kopylov has nasty body kicks, and Fluffy is not strong to the body. Fluffy is vulnerable to the body. That is a chink in his armor. I know some people that are close to Fluffy have said before that it's like, no, that was like he had an injury and got surgery or whatever, and it's better. I don't know about that, man. Edmund hurt him. Fluffy is not a quick starter. Kopylov is. So with those body kicks, like I'm definitely sweating that leg. I'm not gonna lie. But I feel pretty confident that once it gets out of the first round, I've seen Kopylov out grapple before, and I've seen him slow down before. If you slow down against Fluffy, dude, you are going to get fucking melted. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think Fluffy's going to drown him. So I got to go Hernandez there. And yeah, I think it's a Fluffy second or third round submission. I know that's super square or whatever, but it's not like an unplayable line. It's not even like, what is it? What are the odds on that leg? Let me see. Shout out to the general. Shout out to the homie Noah. Texas in here strong. Hope y'all are having a good Friday, boys. I'm going to get out of here in a second. But yeah, I think we've seen the best version of Cejudo. And whether he's past it or not, Merab definitely isn't past it, and he's definitely on EPO. And I know exactly what that motherfucker's going to do. So yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's a little smoke and mirrors. It's a little fugazi. Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on, man. If we're talking about damage, like he almost got knocked out by Jai Herbert. There's levels to getting rocked and coming back too. Getting rocked by Holloway and coming back. You know what I'm saying? I love when people say that too. Holloway's so pill. No, I'm not gonna get on that because I don't want to shit on Volk. I just, whatever. I was gonna say about Aldo, like, Volk got rocked by Holloway. Holloway knocked Aldo out. Holloway, fucking voice, man. Sorry, my voice is scratchy. Holloway hurt Volk several times. But Holloway knocked out Aldo too. Everyone thinks Max is just like the most pillow-fisted dude. Like he knocked out the Korean Zombie. He knocked out Aldo twice. Like Max is a good striker and he can hurt people too. So I don't think that him getting dropped by Max and Islam means that he's like super duper. He's like not the most durable dude. He is a little bit chinnier than people like to admit. I will say that. And I did talk about that and that's why I picked Islam. Because it's like, dude, Islam's striking is getting better. He hurt him in the last fight. I think he's going to hurt him on short notice too. So, but it's Islam. I just don't. I don't think Ilya is on that level yet. I think he probably will be, but I don't think he's there yet. But yeah, those are my picks. Now, again, this is my slate. It's not very extensive, but I do like what I have. These are in the order that I made them. Yeah, give me Secret Juice. I think he gets the biggest win of his career. Clubs and subs, Robert Whitaker. Give me Val Woodburn at plus 250. O'Bonnelly is a fraud. Tailing the John Lee. Subscribe to Aaron the Dog MMA Movie Trivia. Check out his latest stream, the UFC 298 breakdown. I like the John Lee this week. I'll be tailing that. And this is the parlay that I made yesterday. Shout out to the boys at Pub. Download the Locker Room Talk podcast anywhere you can. Yeah, switching out Maverick for DeLima. I still think DeLima wins, but I think that Junior is more live to knock him out than Justin was. So I'm going to mitigate that risk. And my confidence in Maverick has grown throughout the week. And I just think that this is going to be one of the bigger wins of her career. So yeah, give me Maverick here to out grapple and just kind of bully Andrea Lee, who can be bullied. And yeah, I like Fluffy and Gary. I think Gary's going to knock out Jeff Neal in the second or third round. So I like this week's podcast parlay. That's my slate, though. Going light this week, 1 unit. Still treading water, but I think I'm going to be in a little bit better spot come Monday. But I think that's it for me, boys. This was a very cobbled together stream. I debated even doing it at all, but I do appreciate the people that showed up. Noah, Alex, man, y'all have a good weekend. I'm going to get the song rocking, and I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Y'all have a good Friday night, man. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. And yeah, good luck, man. I think it's a pretty good card, dude. I'm pretty excited for UFC 298, honestly. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, boys. Again, shout out to the people that showed up. I didn't expect it to be a big one, but thank you for stopping by. Big shout out and salute to the Dome. Best of luck, boys, with all your bets, your slates, your action, what have you. Shout out to my dude, Aaron the Dog. Subscribe to his channel, Aaron the Dog, MMA and Movie Trivia. Check out his latest Wednesday show with him, your boy, Jewish Better. It was a good one. We are going to go back to the Cosmic Countdown next week. So it should be next Thursday. So shout out to the people that have been tuning into that. Shout out to Aaron. And we will resume that next week. Shout out to the boys at Pub. Like I said, download that Locker Room Talk podcast. The last episode was an awesome one. Shout out to Mills, Billy, Big Show, all the boys at Pub. Download that anywhere you can. And like I said, I do have a Plant My Flag fighter. I will be putting that tweet out post haste right after this fucking stream ends. So check that out on X. I will put up my my X handle so you can follow me there if you want to. But I think I'm already following you, Rogers. So anyways, man, sign up for the pub contest. If you want a chance to win $100, all you got to do is have the best picks. Slaughter will send you $100. Shout out to Jeff Slaughter. Shout out to the boys at Pub. Sign up right there, pubsportsradio.com. Congrats to Pimp Slap Pod on his first contest victory, but your boy is going for his number 4th. I'm going for my 4th title, and I like my picks this weekend, man. So, yeah, best of luck, boys. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Have a great weekend. Just my 2 cents. Catch you on the next one. Peace!